Did you know that what you do in the first hour after waking up could be the key to living to 90, or even longer? It might sound dramatic, but it's absolutely true. Many people have no idea they're harming their longevity every morning before they even finish breakfast. In today's video, I'll reveal 7 morning habits practiced by people who not only reach 90, but do so with vitality and independence. And here's the best part. Habit number 4 takes just 30 seconds and could add precious years to your life. These are simple steps that few people talk about, but the results are proven. Let me tell you about Walter. At age 65, Walter began seeing his friends face serious challenges: heart disease, memory loss, mobility problems. Today, at 93, he lives alone, drives his own car, and volunteers at a community garden 3 times a week. What's his secret? It's not genetics. In fact, most of Walter's relatives barely made it past 75. Everything changed when he attended a health workshop and learned about 7 specific morning habits. Small changes that completely transformed his health. While his peers declined, Walter thrived. When I asked what made the biggest difference, he didn't hesitate. What I do in the first hour of my day saved my life. And today, I'm going to share those same secrets with you. Are you ready to discover simple habits that can transform your health after 60? Let's get started. Habit 1. Immediate hydration. Do you know what's happening inside your body if you haven't had water yet today? Your blood is thickening, putting extra stress on your heart and brain. People who live past 100 don't start their day scrolling on their phone or turning on the TV. They drink water. And timing is everything. Studies from Harvard University show that overnight dehydration speeds up aging by up to 31%. Dr. Julia Reynolds, a kidney health specialist, explains, while you sleep, your body loses significant fluid, which makes the blood thicker and forces the heart to work harder. Over time, this damages vessels in the brain and kidneys. Sylvia, age 72, struggled with fatigue and kidney issues. When she began drinking 16 ounces of water right after waking, her kidney function improved by 28% in just 2 months. So, get your glass of water ready tonight. First thing tomorrow morning, before you even get out of bed, drink it all, and notice the difference. If this message resonates with you, hit the like button and comment Habit 1 below so I know you're with me. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips that can truly transform your health. Not tea. Water. Room temperature is best because cold water can give your system an initial shock. Make this a daily priority, just like brushing your teeth. After hours of sleep, your organs are dehydrated and urgently need that first sip. Don't make them wait any longer. This simple habit might seem minor, but the impact on your kidney and heart health is massive. People who live longer and healthier lives never skip this step. What about you? Are you ready to start this practice tomorrow morning? Habit 2. Exposure to natural morning light. You might be silently sabotaging your body's natural rhythm every day without realizing it. If you're not getting sunlight, or at least natural light, within the first 30 minutes after waking, you're missing one of the most powerful opportunities to boost your health. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging discovered that morning sunlight exposure increases nighttime melatonin production by up to 73%. This hormone not only improves sleep, but also strengthens the immune system and supports mental health. Dr. Andrew Parker, a chronobiology expert, explains, natural light in the early hours of the day activates a chain of hormonal processes that affect everything from metabolism to mental clarity and mood for the next 24 hours. People who skip this daily signal increase their risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases after age 70 by as much as 37%. Take the example of Mary, 75 years old, from Austin, Texas. 4 years, she battled chronic insomnia and had tried everything, from medications to expensive supplements, with no long-term success. Then her doctor gave her a simple recommendation: spend 10 minutes outside right after waking, rain or shine. Within just 2 weeks, Mary was already sleeping better, but what surprised her most were other unexpected benefits. My blood pressure dropped noticeably, and that constant afternoon fatigue disappeared. Everything changed just because I started having my coffee on the porch, she shared. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is 50 to 100 times stronger than any indoor lighting and provides exactly what your brain needs to reset your internal clock. If you can't go outside, sitting near an open window can also bring great results. In colder months or low-light seasons, a medical-grade light therapy lamp can be a good backup, but natural light should always be your first choice whenever possible. Rheumatologists at the Mayo Clinic have discovered that gentle morning movement can reduce joint deterioration in seniors by up to 65%. Dr. Melissa Grant, Chief of Geriatric Medicine at the Mayo Clinic, states, "Our research shows that moving before eating activates a process called autophagy, a kind of cellular cleanup that is crucial for keeping joints healthy over the long term. We've observed striking differences in inflammatory markers between seniors who move before breakfast and those who remain still until after eating." This practice transformed the life of Helen, 68, from Denver, Colorado. She was on the waiting list for knee replacement surgery after years of debilitating arthritis pain. As a last effort before her operation, her physical therapist suggested she try 7 minutes of gentle movement immediately upon waking, before eating anything. 3 months later, her pain had reduced so dramatically that her surgeon cancelled the surgery. "I thought I'd never be able to play with my grandkids again," Helen shared. "And everything changed with just a few minutes of morning movement." Here's what you can do starting tomorrow morning. After drinking your water, but before any food or coffee, dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to gentle, joint lubricating movements. This is not about intense exercise. The goal is light, comfortable movement. Make small circular motions with your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and wrists. Stand and gently sway side to side. Try to touch your toes, or simply bend forward slightly. The most important thing is to keep your body moving gently and continuously, to wake up your joints and muscles. Have you noticed how stiff your body feels in the morning? That's a clear signal. Don't ignore it. This simple ritual activates longevity pathways that stay dormant if you remain still. Are you willing to dedicate these few minutes tomorrow to protect your joints for decades to come? Imagine having full mobility at 85 or 90. Those who achieve this aren't just lucky. They're the ones who make it a daily habit. Will you join them? Habit 4. The 30-second breathing practice. This breathing habit is considered by experts to be one of the most powerful longevity boosters, and yet almost no one practices it. In the next video, I'll reveal how this simple technique can protect your brain and heart every single day. If you found this content helpful, comment below with "I'm starting," and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next steps in this transformative series. Here's the 30-second practice that could transform your health. Right after drinking your water in the morning, and ideally while getting some sunlight, do the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, then exhale completely through your mouth for 8 seconds, making a soft whoosh sound. Repeat this cycle 3 to 4 times. That's it. Just 30 seconds that send a signal to your body to activate longevity pathways instead of stress responses. Does it sound too simple to be effective? The science is clear. This brief practice has proven effects on blood pressure, inflammation, and stress-related hormone levels. Are you willing to invest these 30 seconds tomorrow morning? It might be the best health return you'll ever get. Are you breathing deeply right now as you read this? Probably not. Most of us breathe shallowly, using only about 30% of our lung capacity. Start changing that tomorrow morning. Habit 5. A protein and fiber-rich breakfast. Could your breakfast be silently sabotaging your chances of living past 90? The truth is, what most Americans eat first thing in the morning accelerates aging, often without realizing it until it's too late. Nutrition experts specializing in aging have identified breakfast patterns in long-lived populations that reduce inflammatory markers by up to 53%. Dr. Valerie Richards, a lead researcher at the Longevity and Nutrition Institute, explains, "The first meal of the day sets metabolic patterns that affect everything from insulin sensitivity to inflammation levels. Our studies show that a breakfast with at least 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber creates an internal environment that supports cellular repair rather than breakdown." Take the example of Anthony, 68, from Austin, Texas. He was diagnosed with prediabetes and had elevated inflammatory markers despite being at a healthy weight. His doctor predicted he would develop diabetes within 2 years. Instead of starting medication right away, Anthony worked with a nutritionist to overhaul his breakfast. He swapped out toast and black coffee for a protein and fiber-rich meal. 6 months later, his blood work was completely back to normal. "The only thing I changed was breakfast," he said. "My doctor was amazed that just one meal made such a difference." Here's your breakfast formula. Combine a high-quality protein source, eggs, plain Greek yogurt, or plant-based protein, with fiber-rich foods, berries, chia seeds, oats, or vegetables. Add a healthy fat like avocado, nuts, or olive oil. Avoid refined carbs before 10 a.m. They spike insulin and accelerate aging. Can you make this switch tomorrow morning? Why not plan your breakfast right now? Comment below which food you'll add, and don't forget to like the video for more tips like this. A landmark 80-year study conducted by Harvard University revealed something surprising. Morning social connections increase longevity even more significantly than quitting smoking or regular exercise. Dr. Robert Miller, who led the latest phase of this multi-generational research, explains, "We found that participants who engaged in meaningful social contact before 10 a.m. had a 29% lower overall mortality rate during the study period. Morning social interaction appears to set neurotransmitter patterns that benefit both cardiovascular function and immune health throughout the day." In Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's longest-lived regions, Nancy observed something fascinating while researching centenarians. Every morning, neighbors gathered briefly before starting their day, sometimes for just 5 minutes of conversation. One 97-year-old woman shared, "If I don't speak to someone in the morning, my whole day feels off. We always check in with each other early. That's how we've lived so long." Researchers measured her inflammatory markers and compared them to those of socially isolated seniors. The differences were stunning. Biologically, she appeared decades younger. Here are 3 simple ways you can adopt this habit starting tomorrow morning. First, make a quick call to a friend or family member. Just 3 minutes is enough to make a difference. Second, if you live with others, create a meaningful morning check-in ritual instead of just saying a passing, "Good morning." Third, if you live alone, try to arrange a brief meetup with neighbors or friends at least once a week to start. Can't manage any of these options? Even a brief chat with a cashier at your local coffee shop or pharmacy activates some of the same biological benefits. The key is making human connection a non-negotiable part of your morning, just like brushing your teeth. Your body literally needs this interaction to function well, no matter how many supplements you take or how much you exercise. Who will you greet or call tomorrow morning? Your body is waiting for this vital signal to trigger longevity pathways. Habit 7. Directed gratitude practice. There's one mental habit that nearly all people over 90 practice daily: intentional gratitude. But it's not the vague, "be thankful" advice you've heard before. There's a specific way to practice gratitude that actually activates longevity mechanisms in the brain and body. Neuroscientists at Yale University discovered that morning gratitude practices physically restructure the aging brain and lower cortisol by up to 23%. Dr. Sarah Jenkins, a specialist in neuroplasticity in older adults, explains, "We see real changes on fMRI scans when seniors regularly practice directed gratitude in the morning. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and emotional regulation, shows activity patterns similar to those of much younger brains. And the most impressive part, this effect is much stronger when practiced within the first hour after waking." Patricia's story illustrates this beautifully. At 74, she was struggling with high blood pressure that wasn't responding well to medication. Her cardiologist was concerned about her heart health. After learning about gratitude research, Patricia began a simple morning practice focused specifically on her body and health. Within 3 months, her blood pressure stabilized, and her heart rate variability, a key marker of cardiovascular health, improved by 31%. "My doctor asked me what medication I had changed," Patricia shared. "When I told him it was just my morning mindset, he was skeptical, until he saw the consistent results over time." Here's the simple 2-minute gratitude practice that transformed her health. Right after your breathing exercise, place your hand over your heart. Name 3 specific parts of your body that you're grateful for, and explain why. For example, "I'm grateful for my eyes that let me see my grandchildren's smiles. I'm grateful for my legs that still carry me wherever I need to go. I'm grateful for my heart that has been beating faithfully for me all these years." The key is to be specific and to direct your gratitude toward your body, not just external circumstances. This isn't magical thinking. It creates a measurable shift in your nervous system's function, influencing everything from inflammation levels to your immune response. Are you willing to try this 2-minute practice tomorrow morning? It costs nothing, requires no special equipment, and could literally add years to your life. Have you thanked your body today for everything it does for you? Or are you only focusing on what's going wrong? Your perspective literally changes your physiology. Now you know the 7 morning habits that can transform your health after 60 and significantly increase your chances of reaching 90 with vitality. You don't have to be perfect. Even adopting just 3 of these habits can lead to big changes in your long-term well-being. Remember Walter? He started with just 2 habits and gradually added the others. The most important thing is to start tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment that never comes. Your morning routine literally programs your body for youth or for aging. Which path will you choose? These habits aren't optional luxuries. They are essential practices for anyone who wants not just to reach their 90s, but to get there with energy, clarity, and purpose. Which of these 7 habits will you implement tomorrow morning? Your future self is counting on the decision you make today. If you found this information valuable, hit the like button and subscribe for more life-changing health tips that most people over 60 have never heard of. Which of these 7 habits are you already doing? Let me know in the comments below. Share this video with someone you love. It might be exactly the gift that adds years to their life.